Very good evening to you. Hello to the people inside of Zoom. We've got Barry, Bob, Don, Lynn, Richard and Charles. Good evening to you all. Welcome. And welcome to everyone on all our channels out there. Let's stop sharing that. Brilliant. Well, it's good to see you all. Oh, I love Bob Trax's poppies behind him. I know it's in remembrance of all the people who kindly fought for us to give us our freedoms, and love and respect goes out to all those people and their families and people who've lost loved ones. An amazing thing that people have done for this country and other countries, and it takes a different level of person to go and fight for your country. So, and I've got a lot of respect for that.
Not only respect, you have to give thanks for all that lost their lives, for all the families that they were directly affected by losing someone in the armed services, basically giving us our freedoms, basically protecting our countries. And you have to give thanks for those that are actively in service. I mean, when they say we are here to serve, putting your life on the line is like the ultimate service that you can do for your country and for your fellow man. In my opinion, that is just the most unselfish thing that anyone can do.
No, I agree.
My son-in-law recently, they just got married. He was a Purple Heart recipient, and I remember talking to him 6 months back. He was actually feeling guilty that he served his country, and then he came back and he used the GI Bill to get his schooling to become a physician's assistant. So he's now one step below a full doctor as a physician assistant, and he's been doing that for over 10 years. And he's like, but all I did was they paid me. I was in the services. I did my thing. I said, no, you risked your life. That little bit of incentive to pay for your schooling, to better you and get you back into society that you have nothing to feel guilty about. And I was taken back by that. That's somebody that's very humble. He got shot, got a Purple Heart for that, saving somebody else. And anyways, long story short, anybody that goes in the armed service, whether they are put in harm's way or not, there's a possibility that could be. And I appreciate all of those.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Oh, what a day it's been. The people who purchased the CloudKey birthday deal through me, we did our first training session this morning for the UK people. And next week in the evening, I think it's probably going to be Wednesday night, I'm going to do start the USA training for the people in the US. It's been awesome training session. I know a few faces of Lynn was on the call, and I hope you don't mind me bringing you up, Lynn. I'll add you to spotlight and you can unmute yourself. I was just going to ask you how you found the training.
I think the way you explained it was really good. I didn't realize it could do all that.
It's so exciting. One of my favorite features in it is the social media planner. And that's literally where you can create one post, duplicate it. When you schedule it, you duplicate it, and you can just change a few words and then schedule it out to go out a week later and a week later and a week later or a year later. It's just such a nice piece of. They're updating it in the next few weeks to include profiles. So you've got Facebook pages and groups, and they're going to be adding profiles on as well. That's not far off. So, yeah, and I mean the whole system is mind blowing anyway. And I know you guys are learning as you go along with me, and that's why anyone who got in on the birthday deal we've included, you'll get that extra training to make sure that you get your return back, which is what this is all about. It's, and that leads me on then. Thank you, Lynn. I just wanted, I know you're on this morning. I didn't, I wanted to throw you in the spotlight and see how you found it.
And you're still awake.
Yeah. It's all the coffee. But we got, Black Friday in a couple of weeks' time. And whatever you do in your businesses, right, running up to Black Friday, try and think of an offer you can do in your business, whatever that may be. It could be coaching, right? It could be a discount on something, whatever you try to do. And a lot of people start worrying about what they're going to do for Black Friday. And the best advice I can give you, even if you got a web page up, a squeeze page up with bits about what you do and what you've got to offer, right, and go, normally this price, Black Friday deal this. Even if you've got to set people up manually with softwares that you own, let's say you've got a reseller piece of software or a white label piece of software, and you say to yourself, okay, well, I've never set anything up before. I don't know how to automate it. Don't worry. You're not going to be, if you end up with 1,000 sales, you can pay someone, a VA, to help you set those accounts up. So it's not, if it really doesn't scare me if I have to do things manually myself because of how the systems are set up. Ideally, I prefer automation. If I don't quite get there in time for Black Friday, I'm not going to worry. I'm going to get at least one squeeze page up with what we've got to offer and the deal, how we're doing it. A lot of Black Friday deals, what they do, they'll say, this is the normal price. Here's a discount. By the way, we're going to add this on top. So if you've got 3, 4, 5 products that you've got white label of, and you can offer them for a yearly deal, and say normally it's this price per year, but now it's this price, then you're on your way. Now, if you can also use recurring revenue, that's why I use Gumroad, because Gumroad, you can set things up on a yearly recurring revenue basis. Then you can put an offer inside of Gumroad, and once Gumroad is up and running, I mean, you can even do your squeeze page, by the way, in Gumroad. You just create the offer on the page, right? And then use WordPress, a WordPress site with pretty links, free plugin, and reroute your pretty link to go over to your offer on Gumroad. Then you can say recurring every year on Gumroad, money comes in, they pay out to your bank account, job done. You don't have to worry. They even collect taxes around the world for you. So all you're going to get is the profit in your pocket minus their fees, which they take, and they take the tax as well. So there's nothing to really be scared of. And people who hold themselves back, there's only one person that can hold yourself back, and that's you. So take action, right? Go say to yourself, I'm going to sign up with Gumroad for free. I'm going to get an offer on their sales section. I'm going to link it up properly, with offers on there. And when the deal comes in, right, you can send people over to a web form which they have to fill in themselves to get the data you need to set the products up. And if it means for a few, just put a note on there, please note, because this is a special deal, it may take up to 48 hours for your account to be active.
So Steve, let me back you up just a little bit.
Yeah.
Like for those out there that they weren't even considering doing something for Black Friday. They're like, I'm that's too far away from me. Maybe next year.
Yeah.
First of all, what is Gumroad? Well, what do we need that for?
Yeah.
What are the things that I could do possibly without really putting myself on? I don't have the technology. I don't have the knowledge. I don't have. Where should I start with Black Friday? What is it that I need to do?
The very basics is a web page, right? And a squeeze page is a web page. It's just one page. That's what a squeeze page is, with what you've got to offer, right? Gumroad is a shopping cart system, basically, that you can put your product on, and you can create the page on it, free to join. They take some fees, and then you get paid the rest out. So you don't have to worry about a shopping cart, right? But if in a very simple way, you could set up a squeeze page of what you've got to offer. Let's say you're someone that mentors people, and you normally charge 10K a year, and you go, this Black Friday deal, I'm gonna offer my mentoring services for 5K, right? I'd put a simple page up, right? When people click on the button, it takes them to a form to fill in. All right, and then you send them an email with bank details. Please pay straight into my bank account. That's option one. A shopping cart's a bit more professional, and that's why I recommend Gumroad, because it's free to sign up with. It's a bit like Shopify in a way, but in the internet marketing world. And you just go in, you put your digital product up, and you're done. You know, you can do physical products in there as well, but they have you just go in when you sign up. It takes you through steps of create the page, done. That's step one. Step two, put your price on the product, whether it's yearly, monthly, or whatever. Step three, publish it, copy the URL, and you can share that URL as it is from Gumroad, straight from Gumroad into all your offers. You don't have to have pretty links or URL shortener. I prefer to use pretty links, because then if that offer ever closes, I've put my pretty link out there, which is a plugin in WordPress, and you can then redirect that to a different offer when you're done.
Right.
You see, it's just all my point of this is technology or not, right? If you get stuck with technology, look on YouTube how to do something. Yeah.
Yes.
But the important thing is there are too many people I talk to that time and time again are not taking action.
That's the thing. Right here is an opportunity because of Black Friday coming up. However, if you're thinking you're not ready, why are you not ready? Why are you not ready to take payments? Why are you not ready to be in control of your business as far as what's going to be thrown at you when you're never going to be ready? So get ready to do something. Get ready to be able to, even if it's, start to create your opt-in list, start to create a mailing list on the services that you're going to provide. If you're so far behind that you don't even have a way to collect emails yet, that's where you got to get. You've got to get that set up, because those contacts, I mean, we put it in our website builds for you that they're going to email direct to you, and that's going to build your list from your websites as you build in Done For You Magic Themes. However, you guys have to be ready for that. And many people are like, well, I'll get ready when I have people sending me money. No, you won't. You need to be ready ahead of that, because if you're not and not able to collect money, you're not in business yet. Plus, you don't look professional if you don't have a link to send somebody to pay you. I mean, yes, you can send me PayPal, right? But most people trust PayPal to that degree. But think about these things and get your business in order. Get your plan together. Collecting emails, being able to charge for services, being able to charge for promotions that you're going to do, special offers. These are all things that are going to come up. And in Done For You Magic Themes, you have to be ready to take payments from customers somehow. So like Stephen said, Gumroad is one option. I don't recommend PayPal, but it's a secondary option. But having a professional shopping cart that takes the payments, that sets up the basic squeeze page or landing page, whatever you want to call it, for the people coming into your offer. Those are things that have to be looked at. I'm going to get on a little rant here about time, because time, we all have the same 24 hours in a 24-hour day. That's all we got. And how Stephen uses his time, or how I use my time, or how you use your time, you have to look at that. Are you using that time effectively to get where you want to go? That's the bottom line. If we're all shopping YouTube and Amazon and doing that for 5 hours a day, we're wasting 5 hours a day for what we are really after. And only you can decide, what is it that I really want? And you have to ask yourself that, and you have to write that down, and you have to work towards what is it that you really want and break it down. And this talk about Black Friday brings up it's a perfect example. And look, Steve and I say it all the time. If it's selling blue shoes or red widgets or blue widgets, if that's your thing, that's your passion, go after it. Get it set up. Have a cart. Have a Black Friday deal. A BOGO or a 3-for-1 or whatever you want to do. But you have to think like that. You have to think like a businessman or woman, getting ready to collect money, getting ready to make offers and special deals, and having links to send to people. That's going to be the whole point of it. And as you know, we're all coming out with the fire deal, and that's going to be just a a door opener like there's no tomorrow. The technology has been erased from you having to really do much of anything. The whole strategy, like Stephen, you can say it better than I can. The whole strategy, what are we doing in Dunview Magic Themes?
It's going to be build, rent, and rank.
That sounds hard. That sounds so hard.
But the thing is we've simplified it, and I don't want to give too much away, because I tell you, who noticed in our groups? I put a post up this week, right? And I'll reread it. It said, Black Friday is on its way, and DFI Magic Themes will be running a Black Friday deal. If you want to know the deal when it's ready, but hashtag DFY in the comments below to get on the early bird list. Many thanks, Robert and Steve. And I've had comments on where I placed it up on different channels, right? Now, we put that up there on purpose as an example to show people how easy it is to get a response. Now, those people who put hashtag DFY, by the way, will find out in advance some extra bonus information, which we are actually going to share tonight when we're only inside the inner circle. All right. I'm going to share some bits and pieces that are going to come up that you guys are going to love on the inner circle on how we do sort of Black Friday, some inside secrets to give you guys ideas on how you can do these things. And it's whether you're setting up a DFI Magic theme and reaching out to businesses where you're going to offer them a site. You know, you can say to them, well, instead of paying $250 or $500 a month, the Black Friday deal right now to rent this site is $99. You know, that's just an example. If you've got a product to give away, right? You know, like you've got a product where you've got, and this is another good example, right? With and I know Richard's in on the cloud deal with us, and with the cloud key deal, we can give away unlimited basic accounts, right? So we can choose who gets them, as and when they get them, and how. And also we have an option where, right, we can upgrade them to a pro account as well. So we can do different offers for Black Friday with those things. So you just got to say to yourself, what can I do on my channel, right, to give people that value, to get them interested? So you do a demo of a product, whatever that may be, and then you say, put your name in here for a chance to win a free account, or for a year or something. You know, there's all these different options you've got and anyone can do a Black Friday deal. And if you're not ready for Black Friday, don't panic, right? But say to yourself, I'm going to be ready for the following year. So you've got 12 months to come back round. Now, when we run our Black Friday deals, I hate these companies now that you have Black Friday week. Because by the end of it, I'm sick and tired of all these Black Friday offers. So you'll find with us that when we start our Black Friday deals, whatever that deal may be, we'll start, right, on Black Friday and run through to Cyber Monday. We're not going to diversify from it. That's what we're going to do, all right? Because I'm a great believer in keeping those deals there, you know, and we will keep the same deal open for that whole weekend as well.
Everybody's shopping to see if Cyber Monday is going to be cheaper than Black Friday, and at the end of the day, it's how much noise can you create to get how many different people to look at your offer. That's what's going on out there.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, this is a life moment lesson, if you will, that you got to be ready. If you're not building, why aren't you building? If you are building, then where are you at in the process? Are you stuck? The next thing is, are you ready to take payment from customers? You have to think about that. That has to be in your wheelhouse of, hey, I'm going to have 3 customers, or whatever my goal is. Let's say I'm going to have 3 new clients in January, or whatever random time you want to start putting this together for yourself. When they start coming, you got to be ready for them. You know, I'm not saying you have to have your full package ready, but the fire deal is coming out in a way so it's going to expedite the whole process of build, rent, and rank.
Yeah.
Why are we saying it backwards? We're not. We're saying it the way it should be. You build it, you rent it because you're making money, then you rank it to make more money on the same site.
Yeah. Even if you rent it out for $99 to start with, right? Think about this. You say we normally charge $500 a month. We've got a deal at the moment. Take this for a year, and it's $99 a month, right? Now, that's your first one. Now you do 10 of them. How much money are you making a month out of renting out 10 sites in the local area? Right? Then you expand it and you go out a bit beyond that. And you change the colors on the sites, like some images, and you set another one up. Then you end up with 20 sites a month at $99 a month. That's without doing any ranking or hard work with that side of things. But while those sites are there, Google is finding them. Google is pushing them up. Right? Plus, you get your customers to do the hard work. So you say to them, there's the domain name you're renting. There's the site you're renting from us. Now, what we want you to do is put it on all your paperwork. But on the side of your vehicle if you can, or the URL inside your window of your vehicle or something. Get that URL out there, share it on Facebook. Because I tell you now, while they're sharing that domain name, while they're getting up everywhere, while they're doing all the hard work for you, that's helping rank the site anyway.
Mm-hmm. Right?
And if they stop paying you that $99, it doesn't matter, because then you rent it out to someone else and you say, well, we've your phone number on, and the way you can do this very quickly, and with the new themes being revamped to version 3, which should be completed within the next couple of weeks. We want them ready for Black Friday. You'll load the theme. You can enter the customer data on the theme. It doesn't matter, because then when they stop renting it from you, you nip in, you go and put a different address on there, you go and put a different phone number on there. You just change all the data, and at the end of the day, they've lost out. Once they're renting from you at $99, I think they would never change their minds. But then you say, okay, well, how can I make more money out? I've got 10 sites going. I'm making $1,000 a month. Nice little wage. What can I do to do more? And you go back to them. You go, how do you like a bigger area? Pardon? How do you like to now cover not only Bristol, as an example, because I know Bristol, but all the little towns around it? We'll build your custom pages on this site. Yay. Chipping Sodbury and all the little towns, and normally we charge an extra $99 an area. But if you up it to $250 a month, we'll do all these area pages for you, which will get you found even better. They go, wow, that's fat. Yeah, I'll pay that. Next minute, you've got 10 people paying you $250 a month, right? But don't stop there. When you got those 10 sites up and running, then you go to another area, another location in your area, and you build another 10 sites, and it doesn't have to be in the same niche either. You can currently our current themes, you just get them up and find a company who wants to rent them for $99 on a special offer, with their data on, which means you don't have to worry about Twilio straight away. You don't have to worry about generating leads for them. You don't guarantee any of that. You just say you're renting a site. If they leave you, by then you've ranked it up. You've spent the time doing all the other stuff we talk about, and you've got it on page 1 of Google. If they leave you, what are you going to do? Hello, I've got a site on page 1 of Google. Now it's $200 a month. And if they come back and go, I've changed my mind, I've made a big mistake, I've changed my mind, you go, yeah, that's fine. It's $250 a month now, $500. Just be brave with your prices. If they leave, put the price up.
You got to be confident in yourself.
Yeah. And it goes with any of the products at the end of the day, But what we're going to do now, as always, I'm going to make sure I've got the page loaded up. Is anyone you want to finish on to the free groups tonight?
It always comes back around to, what are you going to do? What is your goal? What is driving you to look at these videos? What is driving you to go online? These are personal questions you have to ask yourself, but you have to go and reach deep and get in there, figure out what that goal is. They say it all the time. What is your why? There's a reason. We all have a why, and sometimes it's hard to define. Is your why your wife and your kids? Is your why your girlfriend? Is your why I just want to be filthy rich? What is your why? What drives you to want to do extra things? Is your why I just don't want to work for a boss anymore? I just can't make enough money. I just need another $100 a week. Is that your why? It's usually anybody looking for stuff online has something to do with don't want to work for the boss, want to work for themselves. They want to do something that makes sense, that isn't super expensive, to warehouse and ship and do this and do that. Those are all things that are difficult, where digital products are there's no inventory. There's space on a hard drive. There's easy shipment. It's all online. Nothing's hard about it. However, when you're going down this road and you don't understand the things that you're getting into, you're usually getting tapped pretty hard and paying for lots of things because your why isn't focused, your goals are not focused, and your time management is not focused to get where you really want to go. And we're not offended if people don't want to use Done For You Magic Teams. We would rather you seek out what you really want to do versus do something that you don't want to do that thinks that it's going to make you a little bit of money, right?
Yeah.
But if you don't focus on exactly what you want to do and to get there, you'll never get there. You'll be bouncing left, right, center, left, right, center. You'll never get to one spot. If you stay true to where you really want to go to, if you want to be the best website builder for local businesses, this is primarily what Done For You Magic Themes is, you stay here and you stay focused on that. If you really want to focus on selling red widgets, you focus on that and find the best person that can teach you how to sell red widgets. It's really that simple. But if you keep bouncing left, right, and center and never staying on one path, you're gonna look up one day at the calendar. 10 years have passed, 10 Black Fridays have went by, and you still don't have your customer link ready.
Yeah.
And if you don't think I'm telling the truth, I'm telling you the truth, because that's what happens. It goes by in a blink of an eye. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, and you'll spend not just thousands, tens, 20, $30,000 on stuff that you don't even know what you spent it on by the time you're done.
And you're probably still paying for it as well at that point.
And you're paying interest on it.
Yeah.
You know what? There's so many people in that same thing, and it's been done over and over again. And Stephen, I love the advice that you give to people. If you're paying monthly for things that you're not using, cancel them. They don't make sense. Even if you think you're going to use it next month, the chances are you won't get to it, and you'll keep paying that monthly fee. And the guys you're paying it to love it. That's not a problem. They like it coming in, whether you use it or not. But at the end of the day, by the time you get to it, if you canceled it and you say, "Oh darn, I wish I had that thing," there's something else that's going to do the same exact thing. Or you go out and reach out to that vendor and said, "Yeah, I just went through some hard times. I couldn't keep up with it. Is there any chance I can get my original deal?" If they say no, they say no. But there's something else out there that'll fit the bill for what you need to get done. I guarantee it. Because every 6 months, the products are recreated, or there's a better version of the same thing, or it does more. But don't worry about that. Stop the flow of money going to nothing. You have to do that. Focus on what's working for you and what you're going to use, and stay with that. Stay true to yourself, stay true to your goal, and work a little bit towards that goal every single day. But if you don't write it, I mean, it's silly. It sounds silly, but if you don't write things down, you don't write things that where you want to go and what you want to focus on, you're making it harder on yourself. That's the bottom line. And
I agree with you on that, Rob, but absolutely. It's like I know, and I hope Richard doesn't mind me bringing him up for a moment, right? I'm going to add him to the spotlight, okay? And you can unmute yourself, Richard, because you are, a CloudKey Lifer partner now, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously you've been on some of the calls with CloudKey themselves.
Yes.
You've been on the training this morning, right? And I want to ask you, does it excite you of the potential of what we can do with that already?
Yes. Picking up on what Lynn said as well, that fortunately we've got you in the sense of that you're a few steps ahead of us, especially regarding the training, but also what it can do. And it opened my eyes this morning regarding the L Messenger Pro, regarding the automation for Facebook posting, which will be a godsend, because that's one reason I've kept away from it, apart from being banned a couple of times by Facebook, and I haven't put a privacy policy in or something. So it's good as that. But yes, there's a lot to it, and they keep you focused, and you've also got to do personal development as well. It's not just all technical. So
you're 100% on that, Richard, and that's it's those little things, it's those little differences. And what excites me most about all of what's going to happen for everybody involved in this is the giveaway of usable tools.
Yes,
it's not just a cheat sheet or a PLR or a cheap thing that you're giving away. That's what everybody does, right? I'm going to bring this to be realistic for a minute for everybody to see this. If you don't know what Costco wholesale is, it's a big box store here in the United States, and they basically sell large quantity of things, right, at a discounted price supposedly. But they have a lost leader. They cook rotisserie chickens, right? They sell like over 150,000 chickens a month. They're pre-cooked in the store, and they sell them for like $5. So it's a fully cooked chicken for $5. Why do they do that? It brings people in the store.
Yeah.
Once they're in the store, they fill the freaking cart and they leave spending a couple $100 every time. But that $5 chicken brought them in. And it's the same thing with this. You give somebody a piece of software that makes sense, that they can start using. What are they going to do?
Yeah, and
they're going to want the pro
better version.
Yeah,
I've already got 2 potential clients who want the CRM.
Fantastic.
And it's great when you say, well, you can have it for free to have a play around with. Obviously, it won't have all the bells and whistles, but he doesn't want all the bells and whistles for you to learn how to use it. So, that's, get my head around it. And then, would you believe, I'm on another group on a Saturday morning here in the United Kingdom with David Kavanagh, who's in Thailand, and he's a Sydney boy. And guess what? He's got this new software. It does everything for you. It's all this, that, and the other. And it's white label, and it's Go High Level. I thought that's CloudKey. It's not identical, but of course it's Go High Level.
The CRM, by the way, is identical.
Yeah, and then there's another group. Lots of us know him, Dave Casser, who works a lot with Mike Martin, and I've gone in with a little bit with him because I don't know. I've had my fingers burnt with Google as well. So I thought, best learn. Here we go again. Had my fingers burnt. And he was talking, one of the other students was saying there about importing Google ads, etc., for things to go directly into Go High Level or from Go High Level into Aweber or something. That's right. You can use Zapier within it. And so, therefore, I'm looking forward to learning. It'll do things directly into your autoresponder. So there's so much, and there's so many moving parts. And really, I've gone in because I can see the potential, but I'm having to learn. So I feel as though I've got a bit of catching up to do.
You have to take a bite at a time. You can't, you can't eat that elephant in one sitting. You have to look at. And that's where it's wonderful. You have Stephen in between. You have all the training that you're getting from CloudKey, but you have Stephen to help smooth out some of the bumps on the road.
Yes,
every time. That's what Stephen is best at, because he can bring it down to a level of where it makes sense. But I can see overwhelm and overload because there's so much that you got in that. But you got to take it a piece at a time. You got to take one software at a time.
Yeah, and this is what it's like they've done for years. It's good.
Richard, before you go selling or to give away the basic version for people, before you try to sell it in any way, reach out to me. That's why you're part of the group. Yeah. Right. Because it's always worth checking, because that you think how many licenses one of those can take up. You certainly don't want to be doing a lifer deal on it unless they're paying good money.
That's the point. You see, that's right. As well about the licenses.
And the thing is that they still. And by the way, anyone who's watching this or a replay, if you suddenly go, oh, I could do a Go High Level, if you know that, and you want a lifetime deal on Go High Level, and you're thinking about some of the other softwares, reach out to me, because I'm always happy to talk about that cloud deal. In the same way, if anyone's watching and you want a lifetime deal still on EO Messenger Pro, I've got people now under me with the training that can do those deals that I'm happy to pass you on to. All right, and they will do a deal with you for a lifetime deal of EO Messenger Pro. So you just reach out to myself, because it's so powerful. It's unique niche Facebook leads. You can put if you can find a group online in your niche, right? You can get those people from that group into a group of your own. You've then got people to market to. The one mistake people make in this industry is they set the Facebook group up and they're continually selling. You've got to offer value first. Why do you think when we're getting close to the end of promoting the cloud birthday deal, I said to Robert, I said, this is the last push. Last week was the last push of it, because I didn't want to keep going on and on and on about it. If people want it, they want it. If they don't, they don't. I had someone reach out to me this morning going, I'm not sure whether just to go for a lifetime license of EO Messenger Pro or go with a cloud birthday deal. I said, well, have a think about it for a couple of days, because I said, I've got people under me who I can pass you on to, right? And you can buy a license from them. So I'm going to get the best deal for you guys who have come in on the deal through me for one of those licenses, because I want you guys, every one of you, to get your investment back as quickly as possible. Right, and I'll rotate people in the list, and it's basically the way it works is whoever bought first, and I've got the list on the system, will get the first choice of making an offer. If they don't want to make an offer, then it gets past the second one, and as more people come in, right, we're going to keep pushing those to get your licenses sold at the best possible price. Right, and with Black Friday coming up, I've got some great ideas to do within Black Friday, which means that everybody who's bought the cloud birthday deal is going to be looked after. Because think that there's quite a few people who bought in under me who've all got 50 licenses each. Right, because that's part of the deal. You get 50 lifetime licenses. Just to say as well, and I don't know if you're aware of this, I might have mentioned this morning, when you buy the cloud birthday deal, right, you get all of their software included now.
All right,
right. So where a CRM would take up 5 licenses to hand out to someone, right, it won't for you, on yours, because you set yours up and you raise a support ticket and go, please, can you now make that my one part of my package? So you'll have 50 clear licenses to sell.
Which is good.
Yeah. And so as I get other people coming in going, oh, I wouldn't mind a lifetime deal on that. Yes, please. We're going to rotate them in. So if it takes a couple of months or to the beginning of next year to sell all of them, that's what we do. But gradually, I want to make sure everyone gets their investment back, ideally sooner than later. And in the meantime, you're doing the right thing by showing people the CRM. Right, and what you can do is a good little tip for you, Richard. If you've got these 2 people in, is you say to them, buy a lifetime license of EO Messenger Pro, and I'll give you a year CRM for free.
Yeah, that's
right. Very simple, because then they're going to buy a license for $997 of EO Messenger Pro. Boom, right? That's an investment back straight away of part of your money. And then the next step then is you give them a CRM for the full version of CRM for free for a year.
Yeah.
At the end of that year, you say to them, normal renewal price is $97 a month. But if you're happy by then, you want to keep it, reach out to me. I'll do you a deal, and then you do a direct deal, but leave it running.
Yeah.
And these are all the tips and tricks, guys, that I've given a lot more in as Richard will say, inside of this morning's meeting that we did, because I want anyone who decides to go for the birthday deal to get their investment back as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Because once you get your investment back, Richard, you've then got all their software free for life.
Yeah, and it's cutting edge as well.
Yeah,
that's the other thing. It's very clever how they've sourced and brought a lot together. I mean, they're a bit clunky at the moment because they've expanded. They've had to change offices, change all the computers around. And so they're losing things within the ether and stuff. And it'll all settle down. And then all the prices will start going up because it's supply and demand. But it's to me, I thought, I'm glad I've come in with this because 3 separate groups have all mentioned about go high level in a roundabout way. And so, you know,
automation is key. Automation is so important.
So it's
and also, Richard, if something's missing inside of CloudKey CRM that is inside a go high level that you pick up on, you raise a support ticket and you go, look at an example. I wanted Twilio added, right? I raised a support ticket. They added my Twilio account to my CRM.
No, this is good.
Right.
Yeah.
And now inside of there, I can divert numbers, one number to one number. So then when I do the build, rent and rank system, if I want to use a Twilio number, I just go into the CRM system and go route this to here, please, thanks very much. Now the second step is to then do a question system in the CRM, which I want to play with in the future, which when a lead comes in for someone wanting to rent a site, right, they go down a series of questions. So they get asked questions, and if it's yes, it goes one way, and no, if it goes another. But that part's going to be New Yearish because I've got to get my head around how to do it properly.
Right, but that'd be good for a lesson then, if you could, about Twilio, because it's such a big system in itself, is Twilio. So all I want it to do is divert to somebody's mobile phone number.
So so there's 2 options there. One obviously is lead simplify, and I can help you with that because I know you've got that. The other option is you reach out to you raise a support ticket with CloudKey and say, here's my credentials, my API key or whatever it is, the key details inside of Twilio. Please add my Twilio to my CRM and they'll set it up for you.
All right. Okay. I've taken enough of your time, special, but thank
you, Richard. It's
nice talking with you, Richard.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, let's get you out of there. So, guys, if you
let me interrupt real quick, Stephen. There's a question in the Facebook group about any tips on marketing when you haven't got a list.
Very simply, get Eel Messenger Pro. I can't stress it enough. Our free group has gone from 230 people in 2 months to over 630. And I tell you what, I hadn't run the program for a few days because I haven't had time. I've been working on other projects. When I start running it again, more people come in. Right? Do the maths. How many people is that over 2 months? Well, let's be conservative, say 300. That's 150 a month I pulled in. 150 people a month have come into our free group who will see this. So if you want EL Messenger Pro, ping me direct or comment under this video, but Stephen Brocklehurst in the comment, all right, and say, I want EL Messenger Pro, please, and I will reach out to you and put you in contact with the people who can supply that for you on a lifetime deal. Or if you still want the CRM, and it's not going to be open much longer, the CloudKey birthday deal, that is, reach out to me on that as well. I'm happy to talk to people about the best options for you. And if none of them are for you, that's still okay.
That's what it works.
There's money to be made. There is serious money to be made. It's almost like having your own ATM, this system. It really is. And then on top of that, we're gonna release the Defy deal as well. And there's more about that soon. But I want to get on the inner circle group now only. So we're going to say goodnight to the free groups, Robert.
Yeah, good night, everybody. Have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.